Hey guys, Jesse here, Miami Casual Fisherman, coming at you with an unboxing. This is exciting right here, guys. You're gonna be super pumped when you see this reel because it just came out. It was just released. We pre-ordered it last month. It arrived today. This is the Shimano Curado DC 150 low profile reel. This thing is brand new. It was the 2018 award-winning best freshwater reel at iCast. Okay, so this was the reel for freshwater that won iCast. This thing is top of the line. I like to call it a smart reel because it's that DC technology. We're gonna crack it open and let's get into it. I like how they packaged it real nice and safe. This thing is not going anywhere during shipping, that's for sure. We got the box right here. It came in from Shimano, the Curado DC 150 HG. Super cool reel. From what I've seen from iCast. Got ourselves a little Taco Warehouse t-shirt. It was free. Sent some stickers, all sorts of goodies. Well, now, let's get into this Curado and see what's going on here, see what it looks like, and go over all its specs and everything it can do. All right, we got our owner's manual, Curado DC, and we got our reel along with some reel lube. Always make sure your bearings in your reels are lubricated. Never, work these things dry. That's not good for the longevity of your reel. Let's get in here. There it is, guys. There it is. Curado DC. It reels crazy smooth, let me tell you. Look at that spool. We got the level wind, of course. It's like butter. It's like you're reeling on air. This thing doesn't grind. You don't feel any weird noises. Now you got your drag, you got everything ready to rock and roll here. There's another brake. For those of you that don't know, what's so cool about these Curado DCs is the DC in it, okay? This is a smart reel. You know how when you're gonna go cast your reel, you gotta put your thumb on there, make sure that it doesn't backlash on you. You get that nasty bird's nest if you're not paying attention, or if your brakes aren't set on right. If you hit a stump, with your lure, whatever the case is, you get that nasty backlash. You don't have to worry about that with this reel. Look how small it is, by the way. Like low profile to the max. With this thing, what you have in the system itself is when you cast, okay? When you cast and that reel is just, tearing on down through, it starts to create an electric current. This electric current in the interior goes through these coils and it feeds the microcomputer chip that's inside this reel, okay? That's what's going on here. You have a microcomputer chip in this reel that is gonna tell it when to brake, when to stop, so it doesn't backlash. So that when you cast that reel out there, when you're aiming and you're casting that reel out there, you don't have to be super precise with your thumb and be like, oh crap, or you get that little tiny bit of backlash that can happen at times, even when you're proficient in casting these reels. And then you gotta, take out that extra line and try to pack it back on there straight, hoping all the time you're not missing a hit when that lure hit the water and you're worrying about, like 4 wraps that came undone with a little tiny backlash. Or worse yet, you get that nasty bird's nest. You don't have to worry about that with this reel anymore. When you cast this out there, this sucker's like a little generator creating electricity, sending it right through the coils into that chip, okay? That microcomputer chip. And it's gonna, in essence, be a smart reel. It's gonna realize the speed the reel's going, when it's hitting, the lure, how much it weighs, etc. And it's gonna compensate for you so that you don't have to worry about placing that thumb on there at the exact precise moment. That is what is so awesome about this reel. It's going to adjust itself on the fly for you. You don't have to be worrying about that. You can concentrate fully on hitting your target, on hitting that, you know, under that dock, under that log, getting right in front of that fish that's moving. You don't have to be worrying and fumbling around trying to put it on, you know, trying to put your thumb on there. I just started fishing with bait casters probably a couple months ago. I've always been a big offshore and reef guy on the salt side, and I just recently got a bass boat with my buddies, and we've been tearing it up, but I've been using spinning reels mostly. I have a few casting reels and I've learned to cast them, but when I saw this come up in iCast, I said I gotta have it. You know, you guys fumble around with your thumbs all you want, but I'm gonna grab this for ease of use. Doesn't mean I'm gonna get rid of my other bait casters, by no means. That would be ridiculous. But it does mean I'm gonna have a lot of fun with this guy right here. These come in various gear ratios, okay? You got the 6-2-1, and that reels in at 26 inches. You got the 7-4-1, reels in at 31 inches. And you got the 8-5 that reels in at 36 inches, okay? So you have various different ratios that you can purchase with these reels depending on the outfit and what you want to do with it. You know, whether you're casting crankbaits, whether you're casting worms, whether you're casting other soft baits or jigs, etc. So that's something to keep in mind when you're purchasing this, which ratio is right for you. It also has 11 pounds of drag. So, I mean, that's plenty of drag for these reels. You're gonna do damage with it, and it only weighs 7.8 ounces. Like, I can't tell you how small and tiny this thing is. Like, this does not weigh anything. You put this on a nice thin graphite rod, like from Cast Kings or Lew's, and you're just gonna do damage, and you're gonna be able to cast all day long, and you're not gonna have any issues. These handles here on the handle here, these grips, they're rubber, but it's a real nice, clean feeling, thick rubber. You know how sometimes you just touch rubber and it's like some crappy material that's kind of sticky with the heat, or it's just not feeling thick, it frayed. This thing right here feels thick, feels good in your hand, it's comfortable, reels in real smooth. You have your drag right here ready to go, and then, you know, for all intents and purposes, you're always going to be wondering, hey, what type of bearings does it have? How many bearings? And sometimes we get caught up with, oh, it has 15 bearings, but who gives a crap if the bearings aren't where they need to be? This reel has the bearings where they need to go, and it's a 6+1 bearing. So you have 7 stainless steel ball bearings in this system that is just going to be killer, and it's going to last you quite a long time. You know, Shimano's top of the line, and you're not going to have any issues with this reel. Like this reel right here, I can't wait to get it out there and start casting. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and tomorrow I'm going to shoot another video where I'm going to go ahead and put this on one of my rods. I got a rod that's empty. It's just been waiting and itching for a reel. We're going to fill it up. We're going to spool it. We're going to go out into the backyard. We're going to throw some casts out. And we're going to test it and see what it's all about, what it can do. I've seen the videos online. Now we're going to see if it's true in real life. Make sure you subscribe so that when I bust out the video of it actually on the rod, testing it, casting it out, you're notified. So subscribe, hit that notification bell. All right, guys, until the next video, that means tomorrow, Miami Casual Fisherman, talk to you later. Make sure to click the link in the description below so you can read more about this reel and make your purchase.